So the night before Hell Week, I was called in the instructor's hut with 3 other guys. We're literally on the brink of starting Hell Week, the worst week in all of SEAL training, the determining factor, the determining week where you're either going to make it or not, and it's over for you. And if you do make it, you have a dang good chance statistically of becoming a SEAL a couple years later. Well, the night before, we get called in the office with these 3 other guys, and nothing good ever came out of that office. Nothing good can come out of you being called there. You don't get kudos, you don't get attaboys, you don't get awards. You get called in there to get dropped from training. And I'm thinking in my head, well, if I'm getting dropped from training, at least I will not have to go through Hell Week. Well, I go in there, I'm trying to have a good, optimistic attitude. Walk in front of these instructors. They're all sitting around with clipboards with our photos on these pieces of paper with their pens out, writing a bunch of stuff about us. They're sitting around this big table. I'm standing there at attention with these 3 other guys, and they said, "Watson." And I looked at him. I said, "Yes, Instructor B, whatever." He looks me dead in the eyes, as serious as he can, and he says, "You're running on borrowed time." And I just couldn't believe what I was hearing out of his mouth, because I had been putting out like 100% effort every day, thought I was doing okay, average, and now this guy is telling me I suck. I'm at the bottom of the list. I'm running on borrowed time. He said, in fact, I want to drop you right now. I don't even think you're worthy to go into Hell Week. And he said, but the other instructors have convinced me to allow you and these other clowns in here standing next to you one more chance. He said, but let me tell you something. During Hell Week, I'm going to be watching you with eagle eyes. And if you mess up one time, if you slack off one moment, if you fall back one time, he said, if you bow duck just this much, I will drop you from training so fast you don't even know what happened to you. And I'm staring at him, and I'm in shock, because before this little meeting, I thought I was doing okay. Not like rock star status, but I thought I was holding my own. And so it was a huge mind game for me. And me and the 3 other guys walked out of there at the lowest points of our life. We ain't even touched Hell Week the next day, and we're at the lowest points of our life. In fact, 2 of them talked themselves into quitting right then and there. They said, "Bro, I'm putting out 100%. I was doing great, and now they're saying this. Forget them. I'm done. I'm out. I quit." They literally quit. They quit, right? They quit before Hell Week. Okay, me and the other guy, we try to keep it more positive, and we said, well, we didn't know we sucked that bad. We didn't realize we sucked that bad. But since we do anyways, since we're probably going to get dropped anyways, we might as well throw caution to the freaking wind and go all out. And that's exactly what I did. I tried to put those terribly negative words in the back of I tried to just garbage can them, act like it didn't even happen. Great survival mechanism there, by the way. Just act like it didn't happen, right? And so I go through Hell Week. It's hell, obviously. I make it. And the other guy does too with me. And now it's only 2 of us. They call us back in the office. I'm like, great, they're going to drop us from training now. It's after all Hell Week. They bring us in there. They're laughing and they're joking and smoking. And they say, you know how we called you in the office? We were just messing with you. You were doing just fine. We wanted to see if you had what it took. We wanted to see if you had the grit and grind about yourself to make it, in spite of everybody telling you that you were on the cusp. Man, my heart sunk. I wanted to start cussing them out because it was such a mind game. But in this life, in this proverbial instructor office that you get called to from time to time, you are going to hear the enemy out there in this world. There is a real enemy. That enemy is going to tell you, whether it's other people or the universe, whatever have you, they're going to tell you that it is over, that you're running on borrowed time. But it is a lie, and it's only truth if you accept it as truth and quit before your time.